Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope everyone's doing well out here. It is cloudy and dark down here in Atlanta. I don't know. Maybe the Most High is coming back today. I don't know. But I said we still gonna give you talks. We just gonna have fun. We're gonna learn some things. Now, y'all saw the title of the show, Decoding Right Fragility Part 2, because if you saw part 1 yesterday, I told you there was gonna be a part 2. And part 2 is going to be a subject that is near and dear to all of us in new Black media and Black society, near our hearts, called per capita. Because white people love to use per capita when they talk about crime. And I find it hilarious that they listen to a white man talk about per capita and think that this is the greatest thing ever. This is the thing that's going to get us over on Black people. Right. So let's get this correct for y'all. We're going to use an economic term to talk about crime. Sounds like a world is correct moment, but we're going to get them right today. Because we know for them, it don't make sense. It never does, but we're going to help them today. So let's begin. We're going to begin because we're going to show them something. We're going to help them because this is what we do.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So here we are. This is the definition of per capita. Everybody can see that on the screen. Perfect. It says per capita, adverb and an adjective. Per unit of population per person. In that year, Americans earned $15,304 per capita. Among the states, Connecticut has a high per capita income. Second definition, equally to each individual. Adjective, per person. 2, shared equally among all individuals. Adverb, equally among all individuals. Now, we know they love using this to talk about crime. And it's quite funny because once you really start decoding crime, you find out that they're just, you let them talk enough and then,
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
You find out how dumb they are. And they're just going to keep using these tropes over and over again. And it just doesn't work. What do I mean, family? What inspired this show? Well, shout out to Brother Torian Rain, number one, for asking me to do this show. It was fun. It's going to be fun. But we have to start here.
Let me go here. There's a growing concern.
It's funny that these lefties love to talk about, oh, we need to help Black people and all this. But when it comes to crime, like I've told you before, family, all they have to do is change the issue. And you'll find out that them white liberals are really white conservatives and white conservatives are really white liberals. This white man, one half of the Krasenstein brothers, who are grifters, by the way, wrote this in response to somebody's tweet about crime. So they asked, is white America really the problem? And he put up this stat, interracial violent incidents per capita of offending race. Right. So they have Black on white, 42.3%. Now you look at that and you're like, crap, that is a lot. Because down here they have 30 cases of white on Black crime. But then you look at the year they did this, 2018. Okay, 2018. I'm sorry, family. What year are we in? I ask. We're in 2023. Beautiful. I'm glad white people know the year because they love using this stat Just like they love using 13% of the population to commit more than 50% of the violent crime. Put a pin in that. They love doing this every year, every day, every month, every second, whenever they get a chance. Chicago comes up. Cool. So, Mr. White Man here said, fact, on average, African Americans commit more crime in America per capita. Other fact, there's no scientific reason why one race would commit more crime than another race. Scientific reason. Scientific. Science. That's the root word in scientific. Science. Oh, Mr. White Man, you mean like the term political science? Oh my God, I wasn't supposed to say that. Wait a minute, I wasn't supposed to say political science because that's political science. Yeah, that's not scientific, is it? Political science. You mean the study of politics and its intricacies? You mean like laws and civics and how certain variables are introduced to society and how it would work? You mean like that? Oh, okay. Here we go. Therefore, race has nothing to do with crime. Sure about that. Instead of blaming race, why don't we actually look at the real problems? A lack of education, love to say that about us. A lack of opportunity, love to say that about us. Drug addiction, well, they can't use this no more because white people are overly addicted. But okay, yeah, sure. Low social mobility, I wonder who caused that. A lack of parenting because of a lack of opportunity. You hear him? A lack of parent. Yeah, because there's no such thing as single white parent households. There's no such thing, right, family? There's no such thing. Never happened. That term does not exist. Cool. If you are white and you care about crime as much as you claim, then you would agree that we need to help some of the lower income minority communities in this country succeed. So here we go. So you went from a conservative move, because this is all the conservatives be talking about, and then you went liberal. What did I tell you? Here you go. Perfect example. You can screenshot this. I will blow it back out a little bit. Pause. Yeah, you could screenshot this and send it to your people. If you ever needed an example of seeing a white liberal turn into a white conservative and back to a white liberal, this is what Malcolm was telling us about. There you go. There's a crime problem and it's bad, but we got to help the little minorities because it's not fair. They don't get the opportunities, but then they still do the crime because they don't get the opportunities. Playing both sides against the middle. Okay. If you are black and you're worried about people using crime statistics to push racist ideologies, then please keep speaking out and keep working to help the communities which need help the most. Sure. Oh, put a pin in this paragraph, family, because we're going to have to show them something. Because, of course, black people can't help themselves. This is what white people tell us. Can't help us. We can't help ourselves. Cool. I see people have entered the building. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Send it to your people via text messages so we can get out quicker. And we're going to teach today. Denise Scales, hello. Chichi Benania, hello. Black Star Racer, hello. Brother Torian Ring, hello. And thank you again for inspiring this show. And we continue. So explain this to us, Mr. Krasenstein, Mr. Libservative. Please explain this to us. Here we go. What happened to affirmative action? Went away. It said bye-bye. Wasn't that supposed to cure these inequalities? Huh? Affirmative action was supposed to cure the inequalities of the black community. Just that. You gotta love the fact that you're watching in real time, ladies and gentlemen, people that have never studied a history book a day in their life, who choose to say how you're not teaching all of American history, but when American history is taught, by people that are not in these school systems, you choose to ignore it because it's not required reading. Newsflash. Affirmative action is only a little piece. You still have to invest in the communities. But of course, y'all knew that. But you want to be willfully obtuse. That's fine. We continue. Why is it that black people are unable to pick themselves a little more than they have done? Again, we're going to keep a pin in that. Don't you just love it? Here you go. He came back and said, I'd argue that it has to, I don't know, I guess some extent. I just don't know if it's the correct approach or should be the only approach. I love how they have these conversations with themselves, but they're too pussy to come talk to black people. It's amazing how that works, right? It's amazing. They can double dutch their way into our conversations all day, every day, twice on Sunday, 4 times on a holiday, and we're supposed to listen to them. And then if you tell them this ain't for you, oh, it's Black Twitter. We're not allowed over there. That's racist. We can't have opinions, but you get to talk about us. And now all of a sudden you don't even want to speak to us. Unless there's an open Twitter space somewhere and you could just go in there and troll. But, that's another subject for another day. They want to be victims. It's worth more. We'll blow this one up. We're going to have fun with this one. They want to be victims. It's worth more.
Bro, what you on?
Who is the perpetual victims in this country right now? I'm sorry. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it somewhere, family. Who are the perpetual victims right now in this country? Who's the ones running around saying that Karen is a slur and it's a war on white people, anti-white racism? Who said this? I mean, this was the same group that told us that you shouldn't be a victim. Americans don't do victimhood. All of a sudden now y'all are the victims, but it's us. We tell y'all every day, all day, leave us alone. We don't bother y'all. Leave us alone. Don't talk about us. You don't want to be around us. That's cool. Leave us alone. That's all we ask. That's all we've asked. But y'all can't do it. Y'all can't seem to leave us alone. And of course, you got the shot up American flag in your bio, of course. We're supposed to take you serious. Sure. Ooh, somebody hit him. Unbothered chicken sandwich. 8 times the U.S. government gave white people handouts to get ahead. That never happened, though, family, according to them. Never happened. Oh. But, and of course he got schooled. But, it is what it is. So what we'll do, family, is we'll take this, because I'm sure whoever sees this in New Black Media is going to want to get a piece of this. I put it there. You thought we were done. We're not done. Tabernacle. Now, this account, if you're on Twitter, you know about this account. They said, David, whites commit the most crimes more. Well, let's go to the original tweet. There we go. Another one. Now, Kenny Akers. Now, I've talked about him on the channel. It's okay. He said, white individuals are cognizant of the fact that black individuals are unable to protect themselves within a system that favors them, which is precisely why some of them behave in the manner that they do. That's what he said. November 13th. So Mr. White Man came back and said, okay, why do black individuals commit the most crime then? We already know that's a lie. We finna prove it right here, but that's okay. Police cannot keep up with black crime. That is my timer for my beef stew. Can you shut that off for me, please? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. This motherfucker don't want to talk to me. Love you. All right. Fuck you. Anyway, yeah. What's that you said again? We're gonna read it again, family, because I want to make sure y'all understand. This is the thinking. This is why I say, and say it with me, say it loud and say it proud, family. Type it in the comment section if you will. Yeah, the white vote will doom us all. It's gonna doom us all. I gotta put music behind this, by the way. But yes, the white vote will doom us all. Because they just don't understand. This is the MAGA crowd. But okay. And you're a comedian. You're not that funny. Some comedian. You're so funny. Police cannot keep up with black crime. Are you insane? So how did 2019 work out when y'all were running around saying 52.9%? I thought it's fun. What did I tell you about the American racists? What did I tell y'all? They will say something within 10 seconds on themselves. They love putting out the 1352 stat, right? That would mean that the cops are keeping up with the crime. Black people are overrepresented in prison, which would mean logically that cops kept up with the crime. That would also mean logically that white people have less crime, but they're underrepresented because the cops a lot of times let them go home or don't even do reports. But you're right, Mr. Comedian. You're right. Cops cannot keep up with black crime. I see no white moms driving around with ski masks on as a fashion. I'm sorry, what? I see no white moms driving around with ski masks on as a fashion. This is what the comedian said. Hey, Mr. Comedian, since you're on X, you put this out for everybody. So this is what they call it, public information. Since you publicly put this out there, I want to ask you a question. Do you know about Stewart Rhodes? If you're not familiar with this person, he is the founder of the Oath Keepers. And what did the Oath Keepers, what are they known for? That's right. They are neo-Nazis. That's right. And guess what? Stewart Rhodes just got convicted of sedition. Guess what, Mr. David Murphy, whatever the hell your name is, he's in jail. Guess what else the Oath Keepers are known for? They say they were in the Capitol that day. That sounds like white crime to me. That sounds like crime. Hell, the government was able to keep up with the Oath Keepers. Huh, ain't that something? Isn't that something? You don't believe me. He don't believe me, family. He don't know what this show is about. He don't believe me. He don't believe that this exists. I just made this up, right? Interesting. Well, you're going to get inducted into this Hall of Fame.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Really? There's no mobs of white people in ski masks for fashion. You're sure about that? Because I could pull up many a convenience store video and that was white people. We don't have time for that today. But yeah, look at this here. Oh, Oath Keepers leader and associates convicted of multiple charges in sedition conspiracy case. This was last year. This was 22 days after the midterms. Well, damn. I guess the FBI and other various law enforcement agencies kept up with that white crime now, didn't they? We could even go here. I just saw this. We could go here. We're going to save that one. But yeah, you're right.
Rufus hates being stuck inside. Luckily,
we don't see. They can't keep up with it. They can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. Should we talk about Patriot Front one time? Let's talk about Patriot Front, because they were in Philly last year marching around. They had masks on. Oh, you didn't remember? That family. He's right. It's not a ski mask. They just have on garters. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's not a ski mask. They so big and brave. They were in Philly doing this with the mask off. But what does this say? Philadelphia bystanders ran the Patriot Front out of town. It won't be the last time. They had a bunch of smoke bombs. Well.
Yeah, you real fucking cool. Yeah, you real fucking tough.
You had to blur the video.
Yeah, you real
They
fucking
didn't want to
cool.
show them
Yeah,
getting
you
their
real
butt
fucking
beat.
tough.
Now, I know how YouTube is. I ain't gonna risk showing the whole video. They'll put it behind an age wall. But yeah, there you go. Mask, They white people just go outside and just do crimes without masks on, right? Well, without mask on. You got it. Here we go again.
The I-Team is digging into the Patriot Front. Now, members cover their faces, but Chief Investigator Cheryl Fiandaca uncovered information about their founder and their history, which includes hundreds of incidents here in Massachusetts.
Be considerate. Be patient.
I see masks. I at least see this reject from the show Yellowstone. He at least showed his face, but the rest of them got masks. Well, ain't that something?
This is Thomas Rousseau, the leader of the Patriot Front, a white supremacist group.
Where are you guys heading? Nowhere, Kansas. Nowhere, Kansas.
Ooh, they're so funny. We're going to nowhere, Kansas. So funny.
WBZ cameras captured about 100 members of the organization wearing white gaiters covering their faces, sunglasses, baseball hats, and the same khaki pants and blue shirts.
Oh, y'all so big and brave. You have on disguises.
Boarding an Orange Line train in Boston Saturday afternoon.
You know we got to play that again, family. Come on.
Same khaki pants and blue shirts. Boarding an Orange Line train in Boston Saturday afternoon.
You that big and bad, and you let a train, you let the height of a train knock you in the head. God damn, man, we're supposed to take them serious.
The same khaki pants and blue shirts, boarding an Orange Line train in Boston Saturday afternoon. The group heading back from the downtown march with Patriot Front flags and a banner that read, "Reclaim America."
Really has all of the indicators of an act of defiance, an act of intimidation.
The Southern Poverty Law Center calls the Patriot Front a white nationalist hate group that formed after the deadly Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville in 2017.
By the way, Unite the Right. We saw the coverage. What did that side have on? Looked like they had on masks to me, didn't they, family? Oh, y'all so big and bad. You let cops. Go ahead.
It's also the same group that turned up in Idaho. Rousseau, the self-proclaimed leader, was arrested along with 30 men for conspiracy to riot at a pride.
So you went to a mostly white state to go do this, and they said, we not even with you. Get out of here. We gonna get you arrested. Look at this.
Parade after the group was spotted getting out of a U-Haul truck. The Anti-Defamation League says the Patriot Front has been active in Massachusetts as well. The ADL tracked more than 600 incidents involving the group since 2017, including this 2019 incident in East Boston, where 3 members of the group were arrested on weapons and assault charges after distributing racist flyers.
They don't just hide their faces behind those masks. They're actually hiding their anti-Semitism, their racism, their white supremacy.
The men that were arrested in Idaho were not from the Boston area. 2 of the men charged in the East Boston incident were from Massachusetts. Cheryl Fiandaca, WBZ News.
That's quite interesting. I saw gators. Sorry, I called it garters. I saw gators. We're hiding crime. That's what the white man said. That's what he said. Y'all saw it. We'll play it. We'll show it again for the family. He said it. But okay. There are plenty of poor, underprivileged white kids who don't commit the same amount of crimes. You are correct in a sense that it's how you are raised and not the color of your skin. So we should really be asking Black parents why this continues to happen to their children. Well, you have the opportunity because there's plenty of Black parents on X. You can go ask them. You so big and scary. He asked, do you have statistics to back that up? Why do you keep ignoring the issue that no matter the race, people need to be responsible for their children and need to raise them to be good citizens of society instead of always turning into some different issue? If you're addicted to drugs or have to work 3 jobs, that's not easy. My kids were born into a much more advantageous situation than many are. They have a higher chance to succeed, not because of my race, though. Sure. Okay, sir. Sure. Ooh, look at this. Who remembers this story? I think this was the one where they were at a baseball camp. Yeah, they were at a baseball camp and they sodomized one high school student. And they were allowed to go back to school. They just can't be 30 feet away from the victim. Yeah, but you're right. We got to worry about Black crime. We got to worry about that. Well. I'm sorry. We gonna have to worry about this a little bit, family. I know we don't worry about white people, but this kind of scary. This kind of scary. Woman accused of abusing dozens of dogs and storing dead pups in home freezer is rearrested. Faces up to 95 charges. 95. 95. That's a lot of charges. It's a lot of charges. Isn't that something? Go ahead. Tell us what she did. Fair use.
5 dogs remains behind bars after being arrested for a second time.
April McLaughlin, first arrested in September after police say dozens of injured and sick dogs were found in deplorable conditions inside her home. Fox 10's Nicole Garcia joins us live with more on the charges she's now facing. Nicole?
That's right. Chandler police have refiled criminal charges against April McLaughlin, who apparently has several different aliases, including Sydney Taylor McKinley.
Aliases.
So now she's facing a total of 95 counts, all related to animal cruelty. And today we spoke with an owner of 2 dogs that are victims in this case. This is Butters, a paraplegic dog who was seized in this animal cruelty investigation. He's now home with his original owner in Texas.
It was evident that she was not feeding these dogs, and he was extremely underweight. He had a UTI. He had hookworm. His paws were also, he had wounds on them from dragging, and she wasn't putting him in his wheelchair. So, you know, it was evident that she completely neglected these animals. She did not care. She let them suffer.
Butters and Chaco are 2 of the 55 dogs that were seized from this Chandler home. April McLaughlin claimed she was running a special needs rescue for dogs. Now she's facing more than 6 dozen counts of animal cruelty, including neglect and failure to provide medical attention. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell had sent the case back to Chandler Police last month, asking for more evidence.
We're going to take a look at it. There was some additional investigation that was done. So it's not just a matter of re-reviewing what we'd already seen. We have to look at some new information and making a decision on that.
This time around, Chandler Police filed 9 felony and 9 misdemeanor charges of animal cruelty with the county attorney's office. The office will work in conjunction with Chandler Municipal Court, where 77 more animal cruelty charges were also filed.
It definitely feels good. I mean, it feels like a vindication in some sort. I know that it's far from over.
Now, last time charges were filed, it was filed under April McLaughlin. This time around, the name Sydney Taylor McKinley, that's who the charges are filed against, and she has another court hearing in Chandler, November 30th. Reporting live, I'm Nicole Garcia, Fox 10 News.
Interesting. Okay, this is what we gonna do. Since you got so much to say, why don't you come up and tell me where I told black folks to go vote for Trump? Please. I need you to tell me this. Since you want to interrupt my show by bringing up something that I'm not even talking about, I'm going to indulge you. Come up here and tell me where I told my people to go vote for Trump. Since you have this evidence, please tell them, pull up, tell me where the video is, and tell them I said go vote for Trump. Please, I'd love to hear this. This will be your show for a few minutes. You can come do this. Since I got to stop my show and honestly have to answer for this, but I don't mind doing it. Come through, please. By the way, I'm not even looking at that screen. I'm just setting up the family because we're going to have a talk about this per capita crime thing. Where you at? Come on. I have a very vivid imagination. That means my mind can go different directions just like that. Please come up and tell me this. We'll wait. We'll give you 4 minutes. 4:40, you don't come up. Yeah, you know where you're going. But anyway, we continue, family. Yeah, there you go. 95 charges, but they so worried about black folks up in these liberal cities getting out on bail. No bail, I should say. They get out on no bail for violent charges. And she literally had, what did that say? Yeah. In the freezer. In the freezer. And she got to go home, and then they said, this is too egregious. We gotta send her. We gotta do something. She can't get out. Oh, but you're right. Got to worry about black crime. South Carolina teacher arrested for having relations with student in Pizza Hut parking lot. Ruined our son's life. $27 against a 17-year-old. Well, wow. Here's another one. Here's another one. Operation Protect the Wipe. Send this to Torian. Porn star Ron Jeremy to be released to private residence amid grape case deteriorating health. I wonder if they would let out a black man for this. They didn't even let out Brother Bill for this. Ain't that something? Hey, Tatum Tots, that story you did, a little off topic. Hey, Tatum Tots, that story you did about oh boy who got beat up in Vegas and was unfortunately had his life taken away. You said it was 15 black kids. One of the people that they arrested and put in arraignment was Hispanic. So that kind of goes against your number a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, you did it again, but it's okay. It's okay. We understand. You're in a box now that you can't get out of. It's okay. But yeah, we continue. We continue. Huh? Alex Murdaugh. Who remembers Alex Murdaugh? Yeah. Well, look at this. Ohio teen accused of fatally bludgeoning boyfriend's mom with a rock after giving him ultimatum to do it himself. Now, we got to worry about that black crime. But again, here they come. Per capita. Here they come. You know they coming, right, family? Per capita. Black people commit more crime. Cool. We're going to, in real time, we're going to see if that is true. We're going to see.
Let me go here. There's a growing concern
because I love how you have access to data and it's just so easy for you to pull this up. You pull up bullshit Photoshop, PowerPoint. I did this while I was getting bent over the table at school back in 2017 by my teacher. I shouldn't have said that. An easy website search. You could go on Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, and Safari, Mozilla, what's the one? Opera, or any one of these internet search engines and just type in FBI UCR data and you put a year. But I know we covered this before, family. Stats and numbers confuse these people. So since it confuses them and, black people created math, we're going to help them. We shouldn't, we just have a soft spot for helping the helpless. Who's ready? Okay, we're gonna blow this up. Now they claim again 52% of the 52% of the violent crimes committed by 13% of the population. That's great. I'm gonna let you run with that a little bit. Now, this is last year's. Now, this is crime data for the nation derived from summary reporting system and national incident-based reporting system. Reports voluntarily submitted to the FBI. Now, remember, at Mr. White Man, who said comedy is the way out, he said, quote, that they can't keep up with black crime. They can't keep up with it. Neglecting the fact that most black people in this country live in medium to large cities. Like New York, like LA, like Chicago, like Houston, like Atlanta, like Miami, like Raleigh, like DC, like Philly, like Pittsburgh. In the surrounding areas, of course, I just didn't want to mention them, like Buffalo, like Boston, Indianapolis, Detroit, Kansas City, St. Louis, New Orleans, Dallas, San Antonio, Phoenix, Vegas, Denver, Seattle, Portland, Frisco, Stockton, Oakland, San Diego. All these medium to large size cities. And I forgot about Nashville and Memphis, Louisville. All these cities I just named off. Little Rock, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Yeah, they can't keep up with the crime. Cool. This is 2022's data. So we said trend from violent crime. We'll start from 2011, right? We'll be nice. We won't go all the way back. So that's rate of violent crime offenses by population. So it was low in 2014. Its highest was 2016. No, I'm sorry. It was the highest in 2020. Just a little slightly over 2016. Okay, that's not what y'all came here for. National Incident-Based Reporting System, or NIBRS, details reported in the United States per capita again. Crime select, all violent crimes. See what I put? Last year, because of course they're going to tell you they didn't have last year's stats. So yeah, we're just going to keep running with 2018 and 2019. Okay, cool. Include previous years, current year, right? So remember when I did that show, family, and I showed y'all, I did the calculations live on the screen, 46.7. But of course, white people still say 52.9, but okay, fool. In 2022, there were 809,381 all violent crime incidents and 951,270 offenses reported in the United States by 13,293 law enforcement agencies that submitted National Incident-Based Reporting System data. Covers 75% of the total population. So 3/4 of the population. It's about what, what's the U.S. population right now? Let's look this up. U.S. population. Let's just see what the number is right now. Let's see. They say there's a baby born like every 6 minutes. I think that's a goddamn lie. But one birth every 9 seconds. So they hella changed it. But okay. United States right now is at 335,751,091. Okay, so 75% of that, that's about 200 and what do you want to say about, we'll just say 220 million. We'll just say 220 million. We'll say that. So 220 million people. There were less than 1 million violent crime incidents. Okay. We go down, they break it down. All violent crime offender versus victim demographics. You can view it by the number or the percentage. You have age, sex, race, ethnicity. Now, ethnicity we know it's very ambiguous because a lot of them just don't say it. And, you know, white people complain that you have Hispanics and you know, other folk trying to say they white and they not. Fine, whatever. We'll be nice. We'll just keep it to race. Easiest way to separate people. So we have offender race. White, 44%. Offender. So that's the person that did the crime. Since white people don't understand what the words mean. Cool. Black or African American, 43%. That doesn't seem like 52% of all the violent crime, but okay. But okay. But okay. Because, of course, we showed them the 2019 data, and outside of murder and robbery, they led everything else. So I don't know how two categories can lead 52.9% of violent crime when there were other violent crime categories on that list. But okay, we let them tell it. Let them tell it. And then we have unknown, American Indian, Alaskan Native, Asian. Total 875,415. Victim race, 57% for white people. Black or African American, 36%. Unknown 4. Asian 2. American Indian, Alaskan Native 1. For 966,338. That does not seem like 52%. But again, they would love to tell you this. That was them. We do 52.9. They would love to tell you this. Okay, cool. Maybe it wasn't this year, right? So we'll go to 2021. 2021. We'll go to 2021. We'll see. Now, the incidents were down. They were down. Almost about 40,000. It was down. Okay. We go back. Well, look at that. The offenders, we were about even. Nobody had 52%. I'm just saying. And it was about the same with the victim race. Okay, cool. It wasn't that year, right? It was 2020, right? 2020, summer of love, protests everywhere, things like that nature. We go back. Family, y'all saw me change it. Now look, y'all saw me change it. Y'all saw me change it. Y'all saw me change it. Right? Y'all see those numbers. Y'all saw me change it. Y'all saw the little load thing show up. There it is. They were under 600,000. We know why, because everybody was in the house. But okay. Everybody was in the house for a quarter of the year. But okay, let them tell it. Look at that. The same numbers. Now, again, you could attribute that to everybody being in the house. They were slacking. Okay, fine. We don't want to give them an out, but okay. 2019. Now, this is the year. This is the year. Well, wow. It was under 500,000. Okay. And that was in conjunction with a booming economy. But, we'll let them have it. Well, look at that. Still the same. Now they're going to say this is disproportionate because y'all have less of the population. This ain't 52%, though. But okay. Okay. Sure. This ain't 52%, but, we did the numbers. We did the numbers. They don't want to give us a 6 percentage point advantage. They don't want to give it to us. Okay, fine. Okay. Sure. We looking. We gonna keep going. It's still around the same. Now they're gonna say, "Oh, you're not reading this right because y'all are disproportionate." We're so disproportionate, they were able to keep the numbers so similar, right? I ask again. We're so disproportionate doing all the violent crime, correct? That's what they say. How the hell could they keep that up? Because remember, old boy said they can't keep up with it. They're sure as hell doing a great job of it. Because if that was the case, like Mr. White Man said, this number would be way lower than white people. They wouldn't even, this would probably be in the 20s. This would probably be in the 30s. And this number would probably be skyrocketed past this. It sounds like they're keeping it up, but I get it. Y'all open up your local news apps and then you see black people doing crime. You just think it's out of control. Again, 2020, everybody was home. There was a dip with black people. 2021, world was starting to get back to normal. Somewhat. Whatever the normal is. Another dip. 2022, inflation is crazy. Still another dip. 6 percentage points. That is a lot. With less resources. But again, per capita. It's per capita. They see us in the big cities and they figure, yeah, all we're doing is killing each other. That's all we do. That familicide be kicking their ass. I just showed you 3 or 4 stories just now. That was in the suburbs. I'm acting like Black Light Revelations right now. Suburbs. Should I pull up the mass shooting stats? Should I do that? Let's do that since we're doing the violent. That's violent crime. That's violent crime. I'm just trying to educate here, folk. We showed this too. Huh? Since they love to say Chicago. Chicago doing all these mass shootings. Your man Obama, white people's favorite president. He changed it. He allowed the FBI to change the criteria. They said 2013, before it, a mass shooting was defined as any single attack in a public place with 4 or more fatalities. Fatalities. He allowed them to change it as any single attack in the public place with 3 or more fatalities. 3. No white supremacist hand signal. 3. So they lowered the bar for y'all. And you still went out there and did 79 in the last 31 years. 31 years. I'm sorry. 41 years. I'm sorry. 41 years. You did 1 a year. We don't even average that. 1 a year. How many did y'all have this year? You exceeded expectations this year. I'm just saying. Should we go over it? I'm just asking. Oh boy. You can't take them seriously. You can't take them serious. I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. You have all this violent crime out here. You have all this violent crime out here, and you're so worried about black people. You're not even checking your own communities. But you want to cry about per capita. Let me explain something to you about per capita. You folks that love using that. That means nothing in the grand scheme of it. Because if it was such a problem per capita, you would think that the powers that be, especially with what happened in 2020, they would have invested back in the community. They really don't. That's just amazing, right? You have such a crime problem. According to y'all said we have such a crime problem in this country. They're not even protecting its own citizens. Ain't that something? You all just heard Eric Adams said there's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not going to be. They canceled 5 police academy classes. 5. 5 for migrants. 5. We're going to have 2020 cops again. Overworked, underpaid, underserved, undermanned. We all know what that's going to mean. Military. But I can't say that here. Can't say that here. Not going to say that here. Military. Yeah. I'm sure Chicago's going to go through the same thing. They're pulling money for the migrants, and now you're going to have cops not wanting to be there anymore. Less cops, but yeah. Even though Biden said refund the police, he did. Save for America plan. Yeah. He's going to reinvest in them cops. Yeah, how's that going to work? The neighborhoods that need it the most, don't invest in it. Seems like the government is preying on your white vigility, but of course, it's about black people. It's about black people. Interesting. Won't hold your cops accountable. You're just going to worry about us. Got it. Okay. So basically, what I'm going to do for y'all, again, we're going to help. Again, when white people say stupid things like this, you just say, listen, you can pull up the FBI UCR data and you tell us how that's working out. Because the per capita crowd don't even live near black people, but they always got black people on their mind. Just like somebody just told me and the entire Twitterverse that Chauvin shouldn't be out. He should be out because, Floyd had enlarged heart valves. So his knee was on his shoulder blade, not his neck. So he should be out because the Supreme Court denied him to get outside. But we're supposed to take y'all serious when y'all talk about per capita. Cool. We understand. We understand perfectly. We're here for you. To give you a swift kick in the butt and tell you, you better stop. You have bigger fish to fry. We ain't here to stop what y'all got going on. We want y'all to leave us alone. That's it. We just want y'all to leave us alone. Let us do our thing. If we're going to kill each other, then so be it. So be it. Shouldn't have no concern for you. None. But again, it goes to show what we've been saying and what a lot of y'all have been saying. They can't go a day without thinking about us. It's so sad. I think y'all learned enough on there. Would y'all like to have some fun? You're having a little bit of fun before we get up out of here. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. Let's take this off the screen for a second. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. Now, I saw this on X. And it's kind of in line with crime, but we just found it funny. Are y'all ready? Yeah, y'all are ready.
Let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Wayne Brady. We all know Wayne Brady. Did y'all know Wayne Brady was involved in a crime? Yes, he was. He was. Wayne Brady car accident leads to fight with other driver. Double whammy for Wayne Brady. He got into a car accident in Malibu and then ended up in a heated argument that turned physical, and now cops are involved. Law enforcement tells TMZ Wayne was driving down Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu Sunday night when another car hit him. We're told Wayne and the other driver, a 51-year-old man, pulled over and things got heated in the form of an intense argument escalating to a physical altercation. Cops say Wayne called 911 after the fight, and the other driver got back in his car and took off down PCH, hit and run. That's considered a violent crime. We're told sheriff deputies ultimately found the guy and ended up arresting him for battery, DUI, and hit and run. Ooh, battery, violent crime. Wayne's got a rep for being one of the nicest guys in Hollywood outside of that hilarious Chappelle's Show skit. So it's pretty incredible someone allegedly got physical with him. We're told the fire department responded to the scene, but Wayne was okay and didn't need to be taken to the hospital. Sources close to Wayne tell TMZ he's banged up and sore the day after the incident and will be taking it easy from the time being. Fun time. Now, we don't know the race of the hit and run driver, but we know the race of this one. Nick Hogan arrested for DUI, same city as 2007 crash. Hulk Hogan's son. Yes. Hulk Hogan's son, Nick Hogan, found himself in a jail cell early this weekend because he got arrested for DUI, and the location is notable. According to online records, Nick got busted Saturday morning just before 4 a.m. in Clearwater, Florida, where cops booked him on suspicion of driving under the influence, knowing he allegedly refused to submit to sobriety testing. The exact circumstances that led to the arrest are unclear for now, but they're logging this as a misdemeanor, and they had Nick pose for this mugshot while he was being processed. As of this writing, he has been released from custody. On its face is a simple DUI arrest, which, while serious, would normally be all that big a deal, especially if nobody got hurt. However, Nick had previously been involved in a scary car accident way back in the 2000s when he was just a teen, also in Clearwater, Florida. It was a well-documented saga at the time. Nick was driving with a Marine friend of his, John Graziano, who suffered a serious brain injury from the wreck but survived. Nick, who was 17 at the time, ultimately pleaded no contest to reckless driving involving seriously bodily injury. In the lead up to that plea, cops had alleged alcohol was involved. Nick went on to serve an 8-month sentence behind bars in the aftermath. Of course, the Graziano family also sued the Hogans over the accident, and they settled out of court. Nick doesn't appear to have any reps at the moment, so we reached out to Hulk's camp for comment, but no word back yet. As for what Nick was up to Friday night, his Instagram page suggests he was attending a bikini contest at his dad's restaurant, which is also in the Clearwater area. Well, there you go. It's amazing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he paralyzed. Well, no, I'm sorry. He has like a, was it like a, yeah, he had like brain damage. I think he's wheelchair bound, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, I think that was one of the main reasons why they canceled their reality show. But yeah, crime. They love bringing up per capita. They love bringing that up. It's just funny to me. I'm trying to find, because it was this guy. I think his name was Tom or Tim Klein. I think he started per capita. That's the guy that started it. And I'm looking at this man. I'm like, y'all can't be serious right now. This is who you're following. Damn, I can't find it. It might have been on X, but yeah. Make sure you send that to your favorite white troll who wants to keep talking about per capita. But you know. Economics and crime are just strange bedfellows. Anyway, family. I'm going to get up out of here. I ain't got nothing else to say. Sometimes these lessons are just very quick. You don't want to drag it out too much. You want to keep it as succinct as possible. So I'm going to get out of here, finish making dinner, and y'all are going to enjoy the rest of your evening because I know you are. And hopefully you learned something here. If you did, I've done my job. If not, I will try to be better next time. I hope all of you who do celebrate Thanksgiving have a safe holiday because you know it's getting crazy out there. I got into an incident today at the grocery store and I almost became one of these crime statistics. It would have been great because they would have been able to say a YouTuber got arrested for punching somebody in the supermarket. Black on white crime would have been a hell of a story. But fortunately, cooler heads prevailed, and I had on-code black people in the line tell that white man off. So it is what it is. So, like I said, if you learn something here, that's great. I've done my job. If not, I will try to be better next time. Again, enjoy y'all's holidays. If you got kids home for the week, especially down here in the South, please do not make them over clean. Get them in the kitchen, share the recipes, be with family. This is time for the holidays. We got to be one with each other because come January 1st, it's going to, you think it's rough now. Oof. The roller coaster is going down till November 5th, 2024. And I will catch y'all on the next upload because you're going to have 2 this week. You're going to have one that's coming tomorrow. So for some of y'all that saw it already, cool. You know what we're talking about. If you didn't see it, stay at the end of the live and it will take you straight to it. And you make sure to like it and send it out to your people because you're going to want to see that one. And then we got a second one about, Candace. Candace messed up in the eyes of some folks. And they don't like what she said. So they did something about it. You're going to like that one. But yes, it's time for me to mosey on. I love y'all. Take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.